So everybody that's got it, grab your bottle of Blue Tansy, and I would suggest a carrier oil as well. It's a very dark blue colour. We don't want it all over your face. Because I'm going to get you to do an AcuPoint sequence with the oils, and we're going to do a meditation with the oils today as well. And if you haven't got Blue Tansy, then grab a bottle of Balance Grounding Blend, because we have got Blue Tansy in Balance. And if you don't have any of those, then you can still join in, because when we tune into the essence of an oil, you can pick up on that, whether you've got the oil there or not. So I'm just going to share my screen and I'll take you through a presentation on Blue Tansy. So sometimes Blue Tansy, you might hear it called Moroccan Blue Tansy or Moroccan Chamomile or Annual Tansy. Now, one thing to point out, this is not the same essential oil as tansy in its own right. And actually, tansy is normally avoided by aromatherapists due to its toxic levels of, I should probably kill it when I say this, but suzone, which can injure the brain and liver. And the reason I mention that is because I'm going to talk to you today about doing a Blue Tansy challenge. And I remember when I first did this challenge, a lot of aromatherapists online were saying, you can't do that, it's dangerous, you can't put that on your feet. And that's because they were getting confused between what we know as Blue Tansy and the oil tansy. So this oil, Blue Tansy, is perfectly safe to use. And it is a really powerful ally or helper in the physical, emotional, and mental realms. Now, Blue Tansy is actually from the daisy family, and it's a bright yellow flower. And the reason we get the blue essential oil is because when it goes through the process to draw out the essential oil, there's a high level of chamazoline in the essential oil, which gives it that blue colour. And I had a look for some research on chamazoline, and from ScienceDirect.com, we can find out the research that they're talking about on there show how it's anti-allergy and anti-inflammatory. And also PubMed.gov, one of the things I was reading about on there is antioxidant properties. So you start to get an idea of what this essential oil can help with. Now, it only comes from North Morocco, and it's steam distilled from the flowers, and it gives us a moderate yield, and we actually distill this from mid-July through to early September. Now, in 2015, we started to see a shortage of this oil. And subsequently, there was an increase in adulterations and undisclosed substitutions, but usually it's switched for blue chamomile or blue yarrow. Now that's why the price of a true Blue Tansy is higher than a lot of the other oils that we can buy. It's just because it's in a limited amount that we can get. Blue Tansy is all about getting back in the flow. So it calms the mind and the heart. So it's really good for relaxation and balancing your mood. But it's also well known for moving stuck energy. So if you feel stuck, if you're procrastinating, you're not moving forward, then Blue Tansy can help you get back in the flow in all ways imaginable. Having a look in the Advanced Oil Magic book, Blue Tansy is listed for seasonal allergies, and that backs up the chamazoline research that I was talking about. Now, the Advanced Oil Magic book does suggest 1 drop under the tongue, wait for 30 seconds, and then swallow with water. Looking at the product information page with doTERRA, it only says to use it aromatically and topically. So I'll leave it up to your discretion whether you want to try it under the tongue and go with the Advanced Oil Magic book, or whether you would prefer to use it topically. And if you are using it internally, then I wouldn't use it in the first trimester of pregnancy if you're expecting. For joint and muscle pain, this one's really lovely. You could mix it with a carrier oil and massage it into the area, or you could put some drops in the bath. For stress and anxious thoughts, feeling nervous, then mix it with a carrier oil, put it on your pulse points during the day, or diffuse it in the home. Digestive discomfort, you can massage it in a clockwise circular motion onto the stomach. And we do clockwise just in massage, that's just to help to eliminate what's in the intestines. It's a lovely skin oil. So if you do suffer with dry, itchy or inflamed skin, then you could try your Blue Tansy, heavily diluted and just massaged over the area. For head tension, massage it over into the temples and coming up, remember, at the back of the head. And then congestion as well, you can rub it into your chest with a carrier oil. Here's some other ideas for you. If you've got Blue Tansy and you're watching this, you can screenshot this page so you can remember them. Because of its ability to calm the skin, you can use it on blemishes. You could add it to your moisturizer or your cleanser. We've said about putting it in with an oil for relaxing massage, but it would also be a pain relieving massage, that one. Now, if you make soap, then you could use Blue Tansy as a natural dye and for the fragrance. But if any of you got the spring toolkit, we've actually got Balance soap in that, and that is a really dark blue colour, and that's because of the Blue Tansy in the blend. You can have it in your bath. It gives you glowing skin, and I'm going to show you a recipe in a moment to make a skin serum that I think would make, well, one, a lovely serum for you, but I'm going to actually try and find a really lovely glass bottle with a dropper and make it up as a gift for Mother's Day. For your mood, it's very balancing. So you could, if you wanted uplifting as well, you could add a citrus oil to it and diffuse. Skin irritations, we've said. Clear breathing, massage into the chest, that's the congestion we were talking about on the last slide. And you've got your digestive issues and seasonal threats or allergies. Now, the Emotions book talks about Blue Tansy being the oil of inspired action. So this is really about taking action to change or transform your circumstances. So stop with that procrastination and live in alignment with the whisperings of your inner voice. What is it you should be doing? What is it you're not doing? And allowing the Blue Tansy to start moving you forward. It teaches us that each act is based on choice and requires you to take responsibility of your own actions and choices. And it invites you to reclaim your life and take purposeful action in achieving your highest dreams. Blue Tansy shines when there's a need for flow and an ease of being. The negative emotions that it would help you to overcome are procrastinating, resisting change and inner guidance, feeling uninspired, exhausted, lethargic, apathetic, or maybe you self-sabotage every time. And it brings in these inspired positive properties, brings in the initiative to take action, committed to what it is you're doing, energized, motivated, purposeful. I love to use Blue Tansy every day. My routine in the morning after a shower is I'll put Balance on the bottom of my feet. The Balance has got coconut oil with it, so I do just put it straight out the bottle onto my feet, and then onto the big toe I put Blue Tansy. But I do it in a way that's mindful. So I'll sit after I've applied it, I'll sit and I'll breathe just for a few minutes, and I'll put into my awareness, into the universe, what it is I want to achieve today. And I'll just sit breathing it in for a few minutes. So some good oils that you can use, good companion oils for your Blue Tansy is Lipsy, the oil of manifestation, coriander, Roman chamomile, fennel, turmeric and laurel leaf. And there's some diffuser blend ideas. The one from the Energy Almanac book I'll put into the group. We talked about it just before we came on live. But there's some other ones there. Positive Morning, that's what I've got in the diffuser today. So I've got 3 drops Blue Tansy, 3 drops of lavender, 4 drops of copaiba and 2 drops of frankincense. And what we were talking before we came on live, what's interesting, when you put it in your diffuser, the Blue Tansy, it's just like blue ink and it makes really lovely patterns. And then when you drop the other oils on top, it all changes. It's quite nice to just watch. But it's the first time I've used it in my diffuser, so I don't know if it will stain the bottom. So I'll let you know on that one. But there's some other blends there as well. If you want one to relax, if you want to party, you could add Elevation and Spearmint. If you want more passion in your life, you could add the blend Passion to Blue Tansy and Lime. And it's really calming at night time, this one. It's not just a morning oil, it's a very calming one for the evening. And you could mix it with lavender and cedarwood in the evening. This is the serum I was talking about that I think would make an amazing serum. Now, these quantities are for a 30 ml bottle. So if you've got a smaller bottle, you could adjust it down. But it's suggesting 10 drops of frankincense, 10 drops of copaiba, 10 drops of yarrow pom. Then you've got 10 drops of tea tree, 5 drops of lavender, 5 drops of geranium, 5 drops of cypress, 2 drops of blue tansy. And you could use avocado oil, this one's suggesting, or even, I quite like the actually coconut oil for your face. And then pop it into a lovely little glass bottle with a dropper like that. And that would make a really lovely Mother's Day gift. I'm going to make 2, one for me, one for my mum. Okay, so let's get using our oils so you can start to feel how it works. So this is a sequence that I've got from a group that I belong to, the Healing Oil Collective. And it's talking about using Blue Tansy a lot on the liver meridian. It works very well with that meridian. We're going to start off with large intestine 20. So if you're going to do this with me, you might want to take your shoes off ready so you don't get Blue Tansy all over your shoes and socks. Because we are going to, the last point is going to be on the foot. And I would recommend using a carrier oil with this just because of its dark blue colour. Now, don't worry, it doesn't stain the skin for long, but it does give you a blue look before for about 10 minutes if you use it neat. So I'm just going to put a little bit of carrier oil on my hand and then a drop of Blue Tansy. So if you've got it handy, or you might have it already made up in your roller. 1 drop is all you need. And I've got 2. You see, I don't know if you can see, but it's a really dark blue colour. Oh, getting everywhere. There you go. Okay, so I've got that everywhere now. Now, I would suggest you just put a drop on your finger because we're going to be using these points. And hopefully you haven't got too much on your middle finger, because if you get it on your index finger, that's the finger we're going to use. But with you, to find large intestine 20, use your non-oily finger and just come down the nose until you find that little divot, that little sweet spot right under the sort of the side of the nostrils. And when your finger just falls into it, and when you found it, just bring your finger over that's got the Blue Tansy oil on it. Now, when we do this acupoint technique, it's very light pressure. You don't want to be pushing in, it's not acupressure, just very light contact with the skin. And just holding that point for around 1 to 3 minutes until you feel a shift. So you'll know when you're doing this on your own, quietly, you'll know when that time has come, when you're starting to feel yourself shift. As you're doing this with me now, just take a moment just to drop into your body. Maybe you want to close your eyes and feel the tension starting to melt away. Maybe starting to breathe a bit deeper. And like I said, you'll know when this point has been activated, when it's received the message that it needs. And this point is called Welcome Fragrance. This is about taking in the fragrance and the essence of life. The large intestine channel, if you think about what the large intestine does, it's all about releasing the crap. And this is what we're doing energetically. Just letting go of any energetic rubbish that's no longer serving us. It starts to activate a deep knowing within you. So on a physical point, this point is actually really good for allergies. So that might be seasonal or animal. It balances the allergic response. So along with the Blue Tansy, it's a really good point if you do suffer with allergies. Okay, the next point we're going to use is Pericardium 6, which is, as you can see from the picture, it's on your wrist. And the way I find this is I take 2 fingers and I put the fingers from my wrist, and then my index finger is over the point. And if you're clever, you can put your hand over and find the point on the other side of the wrist, and you could do both at the same time. So Pericardium 6, this is your inner frontier gate. It's known as the heart protector. So this point has the role of taking out any blows of hurt from our heart, any betrayal that we might have felt in the past. And the way it was described to me is if you think of a metaphor as the heart being a kingdom, then Pericardium 6 is like the castle walls that protect the heart. It gives it support energetically and literally. And when we hold this point, Blue Tansy, the bringer of flow and play, so it brings back a healthy playability and reminds you of your ability to return to innocence, but still be protected. It helps you bring back the fun in life. So we'll just be holding that point for 1 to 3 minutes. And we're going to move on to liver 14, which you can see from the picture is actually under the nipples. The easiest way to find this is to come into the center of the body and then move your fingers out to your, sort of in line with your nipple area. And just holding that point, and I'm using 3 fingers now because I know that one of those fingers is over the point that's needed. And this point really helps to open up the diaphragm and move stuck energy in relation to anger, frustrations, and rage. So the diaphragm represents all that we bump up against in life, things that we can't seem to get past. And this can create a rigidity and a blocked diaphragm. So Blue Tansy on this point is opening up your diaphragm, allowing you to breathe deeply. So let's just take a moment together now, just to take 3 nice deep breaths as we hold to this point. Okay, now we're going to move on to liver 3, which is between the first toe and the big toe. So if you need to apply any more of your oil, you can. And bring your foot up to where you can get it. And you're just going to slide your finger up between the first and second toe. And just before you get to a crossbone in your feet, in your foot, you'll find a divot. And that's liver 3. Just holding this point gently. This point is a bit of a dual point. It helps with mood, pain, inflammation, and sleep. It's used a lot, this point. You really can't go wrong with it. If you're wondering where to apply the oil, this is a good point. And Blue Tansy is a really good fit for this point. It's smoothing and moving your liver chi, or your liver energy. And liver 3 is actually known as the source point for the liver channel. So a source point actually reminds the organ and the meridian of its essence, of what it's here to do, and brings it back into balance. The liver 3 was supporting the liver organ and meridian, helping it to remember within yourself. It's all about letting go of anger, frustration, things that hold you back, so we can allow the magic of Blue Tansy to help move us forward. Now, I thought what I'd do today is from this point on, we'll do a quick meditation to tune into the essence of the oil. So get comfortable in your chair and just still with that Blue Tansy or balance, whatever you're using. Just take a few deep breaths. So bring your hands towards your face and just slow your breathing. Just take a moment to allow yourself to relax. Trying to let any thoughts disappear. As you focus on breathing slowly and gently in and out. Now take a moment to invite the spirit of Blue Tansy to be with us, lead us, and teach us during this time together. Now put your attention on any place of tension between your thoughts. As the mind does what it does, thinking and planning, just slowly allow yourself to move even deeper into your mind. And as you enter into this deep space within your own thinking, invite Blue Tansy into that space between thoughts. Maybe you're thinking of other things you should be doing. Maybe you're starting to think about lunch. Whatever's in this space of tension is pulling you away from the present moment. It's here, into this space, that you invite the medicine of Blue Tansy to come in. And I'm just going to leave you for a moment just to find that space. You might feel tension somewhere in your body, maybe your jaw, your shoulders, between your brows. Become aware of the energy starting to flow, starting to move in your body and your mind. Your emotional body starts to feel more fluid and rounded. Your belly feels softer. You might notice thoughts rolling over and off you now. As the resistance dissolves more and more. And as the tension dissolves, you can feel a very subtle filling up and filling in of your own divine nature into the spaciousness of your body and mind. I want you to invite the essence of Blue Tansy to reveal itself to you in a visual shape. It might be an object, a person, an animal, or a creature. Just ask Blue Tansy to pay you a visit now and see what pops into your mind. Trusting what you feel, imagine, or hear. It may appear as a form, a metaphor, whatever it is, just let your eyes feast upon the vision that's specific for you at this moment. How does it want to appear? Now ask Blue Tansy what it would like for you to know right now in relationship to your heart and your emotions. Engage with the oil while I'm quiet. If it reveals a picture, a word, a sound, ask more questions around what it means. Now ask Blue Tansy what it would like for you to know about your physical body. Does it come to help you with anything physical today? And as you breathe, Blue Tansy connects you to your inner child. Ask Blue Tansy what it would like you to know about your inner child, that child that resides within us all. As you connect to your inner child, almost like Blue Tansy is introducing you to each other. Blue Tansy is now refining your ability to hear and sense the needs and desires of your inner child. Feel the Blue Tansy doing its work and receive the blessings now. You allow yourself to receive the healing you and your inner child need. It brings in the essence of play and flow and spontaneity. Letting go of any burdens your inner child might have carried for some time. Allowing yourself to feel the blessing of Blue Tansy right here, right now. As you reunite with yourself, your essence, your true nature. Feel the fire in your heart burning brightly, dancing with the energy of Blue Tansy. And in closing now, just give gratitude to Blue Tansy in whatever way feels right to you. Take a few deep breaths. With ease, starting to come out of this meditation, coming back into the room that you started in. And when you're ready, opening your eyes. And after we finish the session, I would invite you to write down any of the wisdom that you received. It's very similar to a dream state and can be easily forgotten. And there's messages in there for you, for where you are right now. But for today, you can go about your day now infused with the blessings of Blue Tansy. Now, we were given 4 points here. These were the points that Blue Tansy wanted to work with us today. You can, going on from this, you could use all 4 points every day, or you could just choose one of them. Or another place where you could use the Blue Tansy is on the big toe. And the big toe in reflexology represents the head. So this is all about moving you forward with your ideas. And if you want to, if you've got some of the oil and you want to join us, we're going to do a Blue Tansy challenge. So this is every day for 21 days. We're going to, together as a group, use Blue Tansy on one of the points in the body, whether it's the big toe, one of the ones we did today that you enjoyed, every day for 21 days, so that we can really see the progress of moving you forward. So if this sounds exciting to you, then you might want to join us. I'm going to set it up in our VIP group as an event. So when you see the event, click going, and that means you'll see all the posts that come every day for 21 days. So we'll start on Monday the 15th to give everyone time to get their Blue Tansy. And there'll be daily journaling prompts because I want you to notice the shift. So I'll be prompting you each day just to write down some thoughts. There'll be affirmations, there'll be a few prizes as we go along. So yeah, just look out in the VIP Facebook group for the Blue Tansy Big Toe Challenge event. Click going, and that way you'll see all the posts every day. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing and come back to the room, see if everyone's still with us. See how you're feeling. Anyone want to share anything? You feel free to unmute. When we do these meditations, you get into a bit of a space, don't you? And you might not want to talk, which I completely understand.
That was lovely, Debbie. Thank you. Blue Tansy was a polar bear.
Was it?
The message was soft and strong.
Oh, wow. I always think of maybe hibernation with bears, but I don't know about polar bears. You have to look up and see the animals.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. Lovely. Thank you for that.
Mine was Merlin, which was quite random.
Magician. Wow.
Yeah. Need to explore it further. Did anyone else get any object or shape or anything? Or person or animal?
Guardian angel, trust. Trust kept coming into my.
And does that resonate with you for something that's going on?
Yeah, probably. Yes, it does. It does. Yeah, but it was not blue, pink. It was a bit like pink coming around me.
Yeah, which is all that heart and emotions.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Definitely going to write it down.
Yeah, do just write it down and do it again. Would it be helpful if this was just recorded as a singular meditation too? Yeah, I'll do
it was lovely. Yes, please. That was so nice.
Okay. I'll do that at some point today and put it in the group.
Yeah, I didn't put my earplugs in, so I got all the traffic. So no.
Yours is a car then.
Yeah.
I've been on the motorway.
Yeah, no, it's easier with headphones, isn't it? When you can actually dedicate the time to do it. I threw you in the deep end, really. I didn't really warn you it was coming, did I? And now we're doing this.
I probably wouldn't have remembered anyway. You know what I'm like.
Okay, has anyone got anything they want to share before we depart?
Oh, thank you. It was really lovely. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So next week, on Wednesday, we have the lovely Ali.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Who's going to be, which oil are you talking to us about? Is it
black pepper?
Black pepper, yeah.
Yes.
I look forward to that. That's at 11 next Wednesday.
Well, that's fab. I've just ordered that. Thank you.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's amazing, actually, how much I need to order another one because I've used it quite a lot this month. So, yeah.
I look forward to finding out how and why.
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us.
Thanks very much,
Debbie. I'll see you
soon.
Okay.
See you soon. Cheers. Bye.